this isn't how I wanted to do this, but I lost my initial round of research, so I started over, and now I'm gonna give you the TLDR of punk. A brief summary, if you will. Like what I did there? So this is a simplified rundown of punk and fantasy punk. Basically the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Punk originated as an anti-movement in the UK, US, and apparently Australia, mainly London, England, and this eventually led to punk becoming a global movement event thing. There's not necessarily a specific who started the movement, despite all these names of bands that emerged once the 60s basically died. It was more a collective effort from the youths. Wow, that's weird to say. The young people of Britain in the 1970s. That's your when. John Savage, a music journalist known for his history on the Sex Pistols and punk music in his book England's Dreaming, mentions that musicians were the ones to help kickstart punk in gaining the attention of people like, and I quote, hundreds of waifs and strays, descendants. I can read. Intellectuals, gays, thugs, suburban weirdos, and eventually teenage rock fans. That last one is important to note as of the why of punk or punk rock, the music genre, was successful as it was since proto-punk, also known as garage rock, had an already well-established audience from the 60s. I'm not gonna go into that since that's just a different topic entirely. The what of punk is simple. Punk is mainly associated with its ideologies, literature, and visual art, but is better known for, and most commonly known for in the wider audience, media, and just globally known for, its music and fashion. Now, you may be asking yourself, how does this relate to fantasy punk? Those are two completely separate things. Yes, I know, you're right, random stranger. Now you just let me explain. Fantasy punk as its own genre, aesthetic, idea, thing, doesn't exist. Shut up. No, it doesn't. I say this because even within punk, the fantasy version I mean, fantasy punks already exist in names such as Aether Punk, Dungeon Punk, and Castle Punk. That's not even to mention the others that already exist, since there are so many. I can feel an oncoming migraine. So this is what I'm gonna do. Much like how I explained punk, which I'll be calling punk rock for my sanity. Like the 5 W's and 1 H, I'll be using this as a way to make myself a baseline for the punks that I research. Just because if I let myself research everything, I will go balls to the wall and go insane. I will actually. So, what is fantasy punk then, according to my own guidelines, by using the definition from Sorcerer of Tea, who's been writing up blogs for fantasy writing, settings, and punks, as well as using my own definition. Fantasy punks are a genre that takes technology of a given time period and stretches it to fantastical levels. It is also the combination of ideologies, visual art, fashion, music, and literature, either written or visual, that set each punk apart from each other.